So if I'm not mistaken, last time we created some basic controls for this, and we had some issues with the fact that the animations of the character they modified the rotation and position. So again, I will repeat because it is important. We went to the animations. In this case, we just have idle and running, and we had to go. Let me see, where is it? Yes, here you see after the loop time, you have to check everywhere bake into pose here, so that way the animation will not affect the transform of the object. So we have this player that has the animations, and then in the prefabs here, I think we have how do you call it, a ragdoll. So when the player gets hit by something and you lose the game, we will replace the player with his ragdoll. Okay. So let's test that one more time, make sure it's working. And then we can create some platforms that have traps on them. Also, we need the UI for the score. So now if I press space, it just goes one square further, you see. Yeah. So the first thing is we need actually to have that platform. Have this platform holder here. And I'll just copy one platform from here, so that will be our standard platform. So let me create a folder. So that's the one without any traps. And now let's create one with traps. So I'll just drag that prefab here in the scene. Unpack it. And let's for now let's just disable the player and that, so we can see this platform here. And I do not have assets for this, but it is not a problem because we can use simple shapes like a sphere or something for the projector. So let's attach a 3D sphere here. Okay, so I have this sphere here. Now let's change the material of that. Should have a new folder here for materials. So we'll make it red so that we know that it is a trap. So we go here to material. Let's call it red. Can modify the color. And there are other properties here. I'm not very good at this, but there are other properties like metallic. You see now it reflects light differently. And yeah, there are others as well. Something like that. Now we can go here in the yes, mesh render here, and here we can change the material. Now let's make sure that this is in the center of the platform. So you see, we don't care about the Y that much, we care about the Z. So the X and the Z must be 0 so that it is in the center of the platform. And this sphere here will just move left and right. Okay. And now there are two ways to do this. One is we have colliders on the left side and the right side. And when the ball touches those colliders, it changes direction. So that is one way. And there is another way by code, so we can create a coroutine to move it over time. But let's keep it simple and just add a couple of colliders. So inside the platform, we'll add two colliders. So make a cube first. And now we need to make sure that it is exactly on the edge. So we need to find the right value here. So it seems that it is. This is the right value, 3. So now we can increase this a little bit on the z-axis. I mean the scale of this cube. So now it covers the whole platform. And now on the Y, we want to increase that by some value. Doesn't really matter because um, we don't need to see this visually, so you can disable the renderer, you see. We just care about the collider. And this collider will have to be without trigger, so it is for physics-based collisions, because we want the sphere to interact with the ragdoll of the player, so that means it will have physics. So now that we have this, so on the right side, we can just control D, duplicate it, and then reverse the value on the X here. So we'll say -3. Now we have it on the other side. Um, and let's see. Yes, now the sphere needs to have a rigid body because we're going to move it. But it will be kinematic, meaning kinematic means it will not interact with objects physically, so it can only be moved by scripts. Okay, so we'll say kinematic here. Now we want to freeze the rotation as well, and we also want to freeze let's see, the Y and the Z. We only move it on the X axis. Now let's rename these colliders. So we'll call it change direction collider. Okay, and here let's see. Let's create a new tag here. Change direction. So we'll set the tag to change direction, so that in script we can change the move direction when collision happens. And I will create a script for that will attach to the sphere. So let's make a new script. We'll call it sphere trap. And please stop me anytime if you have questions. Right now we're trying to create the elements again, so the types of platforms, and also we will create the generation the code to generate platforms today, and we'll also add a nice animation. So it will not just spawn; it will have an animation when it spawns. I see that we already have a game manager here. This is just for the player controls right now, but we'll also add the generation code here in the game manager. Okay, I don't know why it opens so slow. So we'll have this trap here with the sphere that moves left and right, but we also have another one with rotating cubes. Because I tried to find traps on the Unity asset store and did not find for free anything. So this will be a very simple script. We just change the direction on collision with the collision changers, or direction change. Sorry. One second, because my Visual Studio not opening. And I was thinking that we can. So let me show you what I mean by animation. So something like this. So when we spawn a new platform, we move it like this from one side to the center, like that. That would be the animation. And also we have to, when the player goes further and the platforms are behind the camera, we want to delete those platforms so that we don't flood the memory with the platforms. Okay. Let's add also let's uh, we might have we might have an issue with the kinematic setting in the rigid body now that I think about it, because we want this ball to interact with the player. I'm not sure if it will. We'll see. So let's add the sphere trap script. And here we need a couple of things. We need the rigid body. Let's see what is. We need the move speed. So this one will make it public, so we can modify it. And at the start, we just move it towards the random directions. Let's say if, so we set a random number. Let's say 0 or minus 1 to 1. And if it is bigger than 0, we say rigid body linear velocity. So that means the move speed and the direction as well. So we'll just say move speed times the direction. So in this case, let's say vector 3 right. So this way the direction in which it's moving at the start will be random. So here we just say else. And so we have a 50-50 chance here to move to the right or left. Okay, the update, we don't need that. We just need on collision enter to without the collision enter. And here we check if the tag of the collider that we collided with is that change direction collider. Change direction. Okay, I called it change direction. So we say collision collider compare tag, and here we say change direction. And if that is the case, we say that the velocity becomes minus the velocity. So we change the direction a little bit. Now it's time to see if it collides with the player. But we should make a player script, because on collision with that sphere, which actually here we have to give it a tag. Here, let's give it a trap tag. So we have to create a script for the player, because when we get hit, we want to replace the player with a ragdoll. So let's do that. You already have the ragdoll, and if you don't know how to create a ragdoll for humanoid characters, there is a tutorial on the Unity official website. Teaches exactly how to do that. So now let's take that script that we created, add it to our player object. And here we need just a ragdoll prefab. So we'll say game object ragdoll prefab. Then we can delete everything and just say void. So on collision, enter. Then we check if it is a trap. So collision collider compare tag trap. And if that's the case, we spawn the ragdoll first. So we say instantiate the prefab at the same position. So transform position. Then we say quaternion identity. That means no rotation. And then we just destroy this object. So there. So that way we replace the player with the ragdoll. And this is okay, but we also have to connect the player to the game manager, because when we get hit by that by a trap, we have to disable the controls and create like some UI for when the game is over. So in here, we also want to know if the game is over or not. So let's say here public a bool game over. By default, it's false. Okay, and then here we check for input only if it's not game over. So we say if it's not game over, then we check for input and we have controls. If not, then we do not have controls. And now we have to go to our player here and say game manager. So we'll create a variable of type game manager, and I will make it public because now we go to the editor and we can just drag that script on the player. Now if I go here to the player, that game manager should appear in the script. So we just drag it here, and the same for the ragdoll. Okay. Now let's see if it works. I guess we'll just place that platform that we created. I call it sphere trap platform. Okay, let's add it to our platform folder and place it at the end. Okay. Now another issue is this camera should go with the player. Should move with the player. So I'll just add it as a child of the player. But then we have an issue, and that issue is when we get hit by a trap, we destroy the player object, and the camera is a child of the player object. So here we have to save that camera in a variable, just a game object. Not even the whole object, just the transform. Void camera transform. So before we destroy it, we also have to remove the camera from the player, so it no longer has a parent. So that we say parent equal null. That means it has no parent. But now we have to drag it into our script. And I'm looking at this, Why is it? Oh, okay, never mind. It's okay. So now we should follow the camera there. Let's see if it works. Yep, it works. But the sphere is not moving. That is one issue. And we do have an error here. And the error is because we forgot two things. One is we needed to get the rigid body from the object, so we have to say get component. That is one issue. And the other issue is we do not have a move speed. So let's give it a move speed that we have to experiment and see. And wait, is that moving or not? Because I cannot tell if it's moving. Okay, so for some reason it is not moving. Oh, so setting linear velocity is not supported. Okay, so for some reason it doesn't allow to move rigid body if it's kinematic. So instead we'll do something different. We'll just say here we make it dynamic, and then let's see that code again. Yes, we might have to move it. You might have to update the velocity every frame. So in that case, we need to know the direction. So we'll say vector 3 move direction. Okay. And instead of modifying the velocity here, we'll just get the move direction randomly. Okay. And then in the update, fixed update, so void fixed update, we modify the speed, the velocity every frame, so move speed times move direction. And when we collide, we just change that direction. So we say move direction, it's equal minus move direction. So now the sphere will interact physically with other objects, but it's not an issue because we froze the rotation and movement on the Y and the Z. Just move it on the X, so it should work. And I will check that later, see why it doesn't work if it's kinematic. So see, now we have that ball there. Let's see if it works. Now we should get it. No, it's not working. Let's see why. We do have the trap tag here. Okay. And also we have this collider here, but the issue is it is trigger, you see. That was the issue. So this will only interact with object without physics. So I have to uncheck that. Okay, let's try that one more time. There we go. See? Yep. You see it works. But let's see, we have a couple of issues here. We have an issue. Yes. So you see the issue is we destroyed the player object, but the coroutine that moves the player is still running. So here it tries to find that it tries to use the position of the transform of the player, and the player does not exist anymore. So in that case here, when we get hit by a trap, we also want to stop the coroutines. So we have to say yes, we have to say game manager stop all coroutines. We'll just use the all coroutines. So that's one issue, and the other one is we want to apply some force when we get hit by the trap. So let's say here public fashion up, and not we'll not create a variable for it. Let me comment this. So stop. So we want to apply some force to the rigid body of the player. Not the player, but the ragdoll here. So when we spawn it here, let's also add force. So we'll just say that get component rigid body. But actually, I do not know. Does the ragdoll have a rigid body on the main object? That's the question. Because nope, it does not have a rigid body. Because I would like to add some force to it, but unfortunately, okay, I guess we can get the first rigid body from the hips, I guess. So then we have to say here, actually, this might look complicated for you, so I'll just save it. So let's save it in an object here. Okay, so now we spawn it. Then we get the rigid body hips, or the rigid body from the hips, because each part of the body has its own rigid body. So we say rigid body is equal to the object, and we get the component. And now we add the random force. So we say add force. Now we need the force and the direction, and the direction should be the difference between the trap that we collided with and the player, and not the player, but maybe this actually the transform of the ragdoll. So we have to say, but first let's create that position. So let's say vector 3. How do I say this? Force. Let's say force direction. Now we need the difference. I don't know the exact order, but we'll test it. So let's actually save the transform of the collider. So let's say transform collider transform equal collider transform. So now we have that. And then here we say that the position of the collider minus the position of this ragdoll. So we have the difference but we only want the direction, not actually the length of this vector tree. So we say we put some parentheses around that, and then we just say normalized. And if you don't know what this is, let me know because I can explain it. Okay, so now we have the direction, and we'll create a random value for the force. So we say float force power equal random range, I don't know, 15 to, let's say 50, I don't know, important. Just a random value. And now we apply the force. So rigid body add force, and then the direction times the force power, and let's say force mode impulse. And I'm not sure what that is, but if you do not specify, it will not work correctly. You have to give it some type of force. I'm not sure what that means. Now, there might be an issue with the difference here. We might have to change the order. Let's test it and see. Oh, and also, you see I say here ragdoll get component rigid body, but we wanted the component from the first children, so we have to say transform get child 0, and then the body, because this is the rigid body from a child of from the hips of the player. Let's see if it works. Because it doesn't look very good if we just get hit and the ragdoll is not moving. Yep. But it's stuck for some reason. Let me try that again. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Okay, let's go to our player here, and let's create a player physics layer, because we have this collider on the player, and we only want this to interact with the traps. So let's say that the player is in the player layer. Okay. So the player just the main object, not the parts, because we only want to ignore collision, the collision of this capsule collider. So now we go to the trap, the sphere, and create another layer. We call it trap. Now we can go in the settings, so project settings, physics here, and we disable. So let's just disable everything, or not everything actually. The player should only interact with the traps. So here we with so player with player no, player with traps yes. Let's see, traps with traps. I don't know about that. So we disable early interactions here. And actually the traps should also interact just with the player, something like that. Okay, let's see if it works. Because that was the reason why it was stuck. Because the capsule collider was interacting with. Oh, actually, I don't think this fixes it because so let's just check that one more time. Sphere here. Oh, yes, sphere should be in a track now. What I was thinking is this change direction colliders should have also their their own layer. I'll just say um, invisible colliders, invisible collider. So we can go here and change the layer to that. And this should only interact with the traps. So in here, let's see. With the player, it should not interact. So yes, that should work. So now this only interacts with the traps, and the player only interacts with the traps as well. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, let's see. Yep. It is okay. It is okay actually, but the issue is we actually want the everything in here to interact with the traps. So okay, let me. So we changed the layer on all parts of the player. So we change children as well. That way, the sphere should push the player of the platform. Okay, it is not working for some reason. Let me see. Oh yes, I'm stupid. Sorry. Yeah, I'm stupid. So first of all, we want the player physics layer only on the main object, and we want to go to the ragdoll and change the ragdoll to player. I was confusing the main object with the ragdoll. Sorry about that. Oh, no, it falls to the platforms as well. So we have to. So those platforms are in the default layer. So that means we have to go in the matrix again and enable the player to interact with the default, which I think it is this one. Yep. So now it should not fall through the platform. Yep, you see now it pushes it off the platform, as you can see. So now it is now the player can interact with the traps. I'll just take the camera. Let's select the camera here. Actually, we'll unparent it 1 second because I want to see let's see, we care about the z-axis here. So yes, okay. In the game manager, we need to have the camera somewhere, the transform of the camera, because if a platform is too far, behind the camera, we want to destroy those platforms. Now this can be done in multiple ways. One is we have a list of the platforms, the current platforms, and when we spawn a platform, we add it to the list, and then when a platform is behind the camera, we check we remove it from the list. But we don't want to do that every frame. I think we should have a coroutine for that. So let's say we check that every 1 second or something like that. So let's try this method. So let's make a public game object, but list. So list. Platform list, we'll say. And now we need to add the platforms. We need to add these platforms to that list. So the platforms that we start with. Also, let's save that platform with the trap here as well. Let's view trap. So now we go to game manager and add those platforms. We have 5. Okay. The order doesn't matter that much. And when we go forward 1 square, we also want to spawn a new square. Okay. So these are the initial platforms. Now here we also want the prefabs platform. So we say public game object. This one will be just an array, a normal array, because we won't change, we won't add or remove values. So this will be platform prefabs. So this will have all the platforms, types of platforms. And here when we move, we also want to spawn a new platform. But we also want to give it an animation. Okay. And for that we need a script. So we'll just create a new script here. Platform. So that is one thing we need. We also need to know where is the position of the last platform, last default platform. So the platforms that are already in the scene. So where is the end? So in this case, where is the one with the trap? So for that we'll just copy the value here. So actually never mind. Just say float current platform Z. We just care about the Z. Okay. Now we don't care if the game is balanced or not. We just want to make it playable. So for each platform, not this in the scene. Not these. These will not need the script for the animation because these are the default ones. So we now go to the prefabs, select both, and add the platform script. And this will not be complicated. We just want a coroutine that will move it to the center. So we say numerator move to center, say, and let's copy a script that we used many times. It's just a script to change a value over time. So this here is basically a float that counts time. So let's create a float time. So with this parameter here, we'll decide how long the animation is. So we have a beginning position and an end position. So the begin position will be the position at spawn. So transform position. Here vector this way about that. That's the beginning position, so the position at spawn. And the end position is so we can say vector 3 end position, new vector 3. We maintain the y and the z. So we say 0 on the x because that's the center. For the y we keep it, so begin. Actually, I believe it is still 0. Let me check that. I'm not sure. Seems to be 0, yes. But anyway, let's just say is the y from the beginning position, and the z remains the same. So now it will move over time from whatever position it is to the center. But we have to say here that the position at the end is the end position, and the reason is this 4 is not perfect. It goes from 0 to not exactly 1, so it will not be at the exact end position. It will be very close, so we have to snap it in place with this. So that now that we have this, let's create a public float animation speed, let's say, and then at the start, so void start, we just start this coroutine. So the move to center, and we use that float to control the speed. And this should work now. In the game manager, like I said, when we move one square, we want to spawn a new one. Where do we spawn it? We spawn it at the current platform Z. But let's see what that is first. It is 20. So let's say 20. So there is a 5.5 distance between each platform, because that is the size of the platform. And now we just have to make sure that the animation of the platform that spawns is much faster than the move speed of the player. So let's see how long that is. 0.5. So let's say 0.25, the move speed of that. So yes, here we spawn that platform. So we say spawn new platform. So we say current platform Z increases by 5 plus equal 5, and then we spawn a platform. In this case, I'll just spawn normal platforms, and we'll create the code to randomize that later. So let's just say the first platform, the simple one. The position is new vector 3, 0, not 0. We have to give it we have to give it a we have to place it to the left or the right. So for that we just create a random value. So let's say here float distance from center, we say, and then let's just give it a value 0 for now. Then we say we create a random number from -1 to 1, and if that is bigger than 0, we say that the distance from center is let's say, I don't know, minus let's say 15 and else. So in other words, we decide if it is to the right or the left when it spawns. In other words, and now that we have that here, we say new vector 3. For the x, we use that distance from center. The y is 0, and the z should be the current platform z here. So that's the position. No rotation. And that should be enough, because now it will, after spawn, it will play that move to center coroutine. But we have to make sure that that happens faster than the move speed of the player. So we have to go here to our platforms and set that speed to let's say half of the player. So twice faster, in other words. I think this should work. Let's test. Oh, I forgot, sorry. We have to add those platforms to our platform prefabs here. I forgot about that. So now we have just these two ones. Let's see. See, now we have those platforms, as you can see. But now we need to know the score. Okay. And before we continue, Lemon, how much time do we have? Are you here, Lemon? Because this might take like 30 minutes or something. Okay. Yes. Now we need to do two things. One is we have to destroy the platforms behind the player. That is one thing. And also, wait, I forgot what I. Yes, at the score. Yes, let's do that first. The score. So we have to create a canvas that is above everything. So on top of everything. Set that to scale with screen size, so it stretches with the size of the screen. And inside here, we'll just add text. So this will be very simple. It will just be a number on top of everything. And please Lemon, let me know if you have questions. And we finished the most important things. After this, we'll just have to create different kind of traps and balance the game a little bit, and and then we can say we finish the game. So this will just be a number on the top of the screen. There's a nice font. Okay, so something like that. Maybe even change the color. I think white is good, but let's give it outline, a little bit of outline, something like that. So that will be the score text. Let's make sure it's always at that position and it stretches with the screen. So we place the anchors like that in the corners. And now in the game manager. And another very important thing. When we create these platforms, we have to save them to our list. So here we have to say that platform list add, and we spawn it and add it at the same time. Okay, so we add that platform to our list. That is one thing we need to do. And now we have to have that text here in the game manager. So emp text. So we use emp. So this will be the score text, and then we have the actual score in an integer. Int score by default is 0, and then here when we move one square at the end here, yes, we can say plus plus, so we add 1. And then we also want to update the score text, so we say score text is equal to that score to string. So it's a comment here, update text, sorry, score text, let's go. But this is not enough. We want to also remove the platforms that are behind the camera. Okay. Okay. So how do we do that? First, let's make sure that the text works, the score text. Okay. Now we have that on top. Seems to be okay. Yep. So that works. Now we have to destroy those platforms that are behind the camera, but I just realized that we also want to add that platform as a children of the platform holder. So let's go here on top and say public transform platform holder transform. And here when we spawn the new platform, first let's save it. So let's say game object new platform equal, and then we copy this instantiate from here. Okay. Then we add it here to the platform list, so we add it, and also we change the parent to platform holder. Okay. Now we need to make a coroutine that will check, not even a coroutine, maybe we do it in the update. We could do it in the update actually. No, we do not do it in the update. We do it in a coroutine because we do it every second. So we'll create a coroutine that will check if a platform is behind the camera position, or at a certain distance behind the camera. So numerator will say check platform, or not check, destroy platform behind camera. So we'll go through each of those platforms. Or I'm looking at this and I don't know. Actually, why we can do it? We can create a better effect for this. Actually, um, we can create a nice effect for this. Yes. Now, what I want to know is, do we have colliders here? No. Okay. So I would like to do is, um, when we start moving here, so when we move the player at the beginning, I would like to raycast to detect the platform below, and then after we reach the end, um, so after we moved to the next platform, I'd like to destroy that platform that we were before. In that case, I don't even think we need a list here. So I'll just comment. Sorry, but we don't need it. Um, yes, we do not need that, I think. So I'll just comment these codes here. And in that case, we do that here at the start. So we have to raycast. Let me see how to raycast first. Unity raycast 3D. Let me see how that raycast works. Yes. So we'll have to use a layer mask because we only want to target the default layer. Okay, let's just copy paste this. Yes, okay. Let's copy paste. So here at the beginning we raycast to get platform below player. That's what we're doing. I have the raycast hit that will save the information. Then we create it. So this if statement here will return true if we hit something. But we are missing one thing here, which is the layer mask here. So we'll just say here public layer mask default layer. Just say default layer. Replace that here when we create the raycast. So if we hit something here, then we want to save that. The platform script actually. So let's say platform script. Okay. Here we say that platform script is equal to hit collider get component platform. Okay. So that way, so now we have the platform that we are on when we start moving, and we want to have an animation for that. So we'll create a coroutine because we move it over time. Another coroutine here. Let's say fall then destroy. So we will copy paste this. So the starting position is the position right now, and ending position will be something like that. But so we maintain the x, we maintain the z, and then here we maintain the y, but minus some value. I don't know. Let's say, then we'll play with that. This should also have a parameter here, time. So we have the animations. Let me replace that. So let's say move to center speed, and then we have full speed. Okay. Yes, and want to create a function that will start that coroutine. We'll say public start full. Sorry, void here, void start from. In here, just start coroutine. Coroutine. Fold and destroy. And then here we use the full speed variable. That will be the speed of the animation. And then here in the game manager, at the end here, when we reach the next platform, yeah, here we say that platform script that we saved, and then start fold like that. Let's see. 1 second. Yes, it says unassigned script here. Unfortunately, we have to say new platform like that. Yep. So here we remove last platform. Okay. But now we have to go to the platform script, the editor, in our prefab, and set the speed for that as well. Oh, and also I forgot a very important aspect. We have to destroy it here after it was. So destroy game object. So that this is a very simple solution, so that we do not have to check each platform if it is behind the camera. We can just destroy it after. We're no longer on the platform. And guys, let me know how much time we have. So now we just modify the speed. But for some reason, wait, what? Why do we have? Oh yes, I modified actually. So we have to change the speeds here. The move speed towards the center must be faster than the player. But the full speed doesn't matter that much. I don't know. We'll give it 0.5. Let's see how that looks first. So now if we go forward, that platform should fall, but we have an error here. Let's see what that is. Value cannot be null. Let's see what the issue is here. That's interesting. I don't know. I haven't seen that before. Start coroutine, fold and destroy. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, where do we call this from? Platform hit collider get component. Okay. In here I say start for. Okay. Okay, that's weird. Let's replay the scene once again. I don't know why that happens. Argument null exception. Wait, oh. Oh no, never mind. Let's test that one more time. If it does not work, we'll just call directly the coroutine, not with the wrapper function. Okay. Yep, same issue. Same issue. I think there might be an issue with the platforms here. Yes, that was the issue. Sorry. Um, these platforms do not have the script on them, so I have to add that. Okay, so this one here is 0.25, and that one is 0.5. Okay, let's start one more time. Okay, let's see 1 second. Oh yes, we have an issue not with the platform. That was an issue actually, but we have another one which is we forgot to change here the default layer to default, because these platforms are on the default layer, and when we raycast we want to target only that. That was another issue. And also the camera angle, I don't know about that. I'm just trying to rotate the camera a little bit. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, it works, but yeah, for some reason, for some reason, oh, yep, it targets the one in front of it for some reason. Uh, you see, yep. Okay, that's interesting. Um, let's see what I done here. Uh, game manager. Let's see. Oh, yes, I'm stupid. Sorry about that. Yes, so not forward, not transform direction forward, not this. We have to say, so the transform position is correct. That's the position of the player, but we want to raycast below. So here we have to say uh, vector 3 down. That should fix it. Sorry about that. If you have questions, please use the chat above this. Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, I have an issue again. Um, okay, let's see what's happened here. So first thing first, let's make sure these are in the default uh, default layer. I'm not sure if we recast correctly here. Okay, let's just debug here, see that the name of the collider that we collided with. So let's see it name, hit collider name. Okay. Game manager 53. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Okay. So there is an issue with the fact that we create a new platform script here. Okay then. Uh, I'll okay. So when we spawn a new, yes. So when we spawn a new platform here, let's just create a variable here of type platform. So uh, private platform current platform. Actually, let's make this public. Okay. And then here, let's say that this script is the current platform. Let's say also mention script here. So that way this is not empty here. And then here we say that the new platform script is equal to the new platform get platform. Okay. And that way that variable is not empty. But we have to place a random platform here at the start. So it's not empty at the start as well. Because that was the issue here with the script. So here where it says current platform script, we just select one randomly, just so that it is not empty. And now it should work. Okay, we have an issue here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, I'm a bit confused because let me delete the commented lines first. Why does it use this? Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, I see the issue. So here when we spawn the new platform, let's not save the script here. We save it at the end. So after this one falls, we say that the current platform script is from the new platform. It's a order issue. Because if we do it here before we drop the platform, it will actually drop the incorrect platform. Oh, same issue from what I can see. Okay, let's see why that happens. Uh, Oh, yes. Okay. Um, 1 second. Okay. There is an issue because we do not, Raycast does not interact from what I can see with, with the default layer here. Uh, from what I can see, let's see. We should see a comment here, but there is no comment, so that means the Raycast does not work. Okay, so make sure that this is the default layer. And also, uh, let's check the settings. We want the default to interact with the default, and that is correct here. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Maybe it's an issue with yes, the holder. The holder, I forgot to put the holder here. Okay. So it seems that the raycast is not working. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see the code again. Yes, I there is an issue with the raycast here. Okay, let me see that one more time. So this is correct here. It's vector down, but maybe not use mat infinity. Let's give it a normal value. And then we get the script, the platform below us. That is correct. Oh, and also, this platform, do they have physics or not? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, we still have issues with the physics. Okay, let me see. I have a subscripts here. Maybe I have a 3D. Okay. Let's try the other. Let's try a different code. So we'll say raycast heat, then physics, not 2D, just raycast. From position down, let's say 10 F, something like that. And then the layer mask, so default layer. Right. Um, that does not work for some reason. Okay. I can't seem to find the issue here. Um, Sorry about this. The raycast is not working. I'm not sure why. Could be because we have to wait a frame here. Yes. Let's try to wait a frame. Yield return also wait one frame. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. Because it is because we're raycasting a coroutine, there might be an issue with the fact that we do not wait any time. Nope, that wasn't the issue. It seems that that is not the issue. Okay, let me check the internet one more time. Raycast, okay. Transform, what is this? Transform? Huh. Okay. Maybe if I increase this a little bit, I don't know. Vector 3 down, that's -1 on the y, so that is correct. But oh yes, of course, I'm stupid. Not you see, the issue is the starting position of the raycast. I'm sorry about that. So the issue is this is the transform position of the game manager. We want this to be the position of the player, so we have to say player transform and then position like that, and that this should work now. So it was raycasting but not hitting anything because the script is on the game manager, not the player. So we have to use the player transform as the starting point. So now when we walk, we should see the platform behind us fold. Oh, that's interesting. Where's the player? Okay, I see. Let me try that one more time. Because now it is the correct starting point, and I still have the issues. Not sure what's happening here. Okay. Might be an order issue. I don't think it is, but could be. Let's see. So this platform script here should be from this if statement. Let me try debug again. So here we say hit collider name, so that way we see which object collided with the raycast with array. Player transform. Let's see if first of all I'd like to see if I placed that correctly on the game manager. So let's check the transform of the player. Yep, it is correct. It is correct. Okay. Mm. Uh, let's see, maybe there is an issue in coroutines. So let's see. Uh, Unity, not Unity, ChatGPT. In Unity engine, raycast in 3D and coroutine. Let's see. But there might be an issue because we do it in the coroutine. Oh, so we have to wait a frame. Maybe that is the issue. Let's see here, yield return null. That could be an issue. Okay, so this is the platform. Yeah, I think we'll stop for today, Lemon, because I'm having this bug. I'll try to fix it